I'm yellow. Does that mean I'm working? Yay, I'm working. All right, folks, I'm going to try OBS again tonight and see what happens. I got a much faster internet. Crossing my fingers that this internet actually works. Right now the camera light's staying on, so that's always a plus. Hi, brown-eyed. Ooh, I think I'm going to turn off my fan. I'll be right back. Hi, brown-eyed. All right, good. I'm still working there, brown-eyed. All right. We're going to do a little nighttime connect as well as if you all want to talk about the shoulder or the neck. I did say the shoulder and neck, but if you want to talk about anything else that's going on, I'd love to talk about that too. Says there's 4 people here. That must be me, myself, and I, and then also you, brown-eyed. Hi, Candy Doll TV. Well, we're going to get some more people in here tonight and maybe get some connections. I think I'm going to start doing these as long as I can stay on schedule, probably Saturdays and Sundays. I just need to change my art on my website and also put in there a third day. Will be just probably connections. At least give some people some idea when I'm going to be on. I don't like to just throw myself in, but I wanted to see what this OBS was going to do. I had a much slower, I had a Wi-Fi connection before instead of an Ethernet plug, and this OBS just could not handle it. When everybody else in the house using the internet, as well as I was trying to do video at the same time, and it just was freezing everything up. Oh yeah, the new info today. Well, Bronite, I did the show with Scully and I. We did finish that up today. That was on the SI joint and some treatments that you could do at home in regards to figuring out whether it was your lower back or your SI joint was causing your symptoms. So I did go over that. And then on Wednesday when you guys are in, I talked about the different types of techniques that the physician was going to do, diagnostic techniques, injections, MRIs, what the physical therapist would do, special testing wise to oh, I got a congratulations. Hi Rena, if you guys want to connect, that's up to you all. Give me a thumbs up. I would love a thumbs up. Let's see if I, there's still a little bit of a delay. It's not specifically, you know, continuous. It says live stream, but there's probably like a, at least a 3-second delay. I have a, I think it's Logic. It's a 1080p small little video cam that you could use on your dash of your car if you wanted to. I think what helps with me is I have a fairly bright light that's got 4 bulbs that are pointing at me. My background is lit, and I have a darker color on shirt so you guys can see me better. That's just me trying to figure out, the logistics of color and lighting and stuff like that. So I got everything else pretty light. The white walls, everything else here is white, and you just got me with a darker background, so I kind of pop out a little bit better, so the camera can kind of pick me up a little bit better too. Oh, I got 6 in here now, folks. Hello, Roots Truce. Roots Truce. There's a nice name. I like that, Roots Truce. Kind of rolls off the tongue pretty darn well. Beautiful Rose is here. Got a beautiful Rose. Do you guys have any questions for me about the shoulder or the neck? The shoulder's pretty complicated. Where is my shoulder? Anyway, oh, there's my shoulder. Ooh, that was loud. Sorry, folks. Shoulder's very complicated. I've had a lot of therapists through the years really get stuck on that stupid little thing when it comes to trying to treat someone. I've gone to a bunch of courses over the years to try and help myself out. I was supposed to go to another course in June. I live in North Carolina. I was supposed to go in Raleigh. They haven't canceled it yet. They're probably hoping that some of this virus stuff will be done by then, or at least the curve will be on a downward trend, but they might end up canceling it. They always ask me if I'm a doctor. Yes. Well, I'm not a medical doctor. No, I'm a doctor of physical therapy. So, yes, I do have a doctorate degree, but it's in physical therapy. It's kind of like the same line as a chiropractor, a dentistry, anybody that's not an MD, a PharmD or pharmacist doctorate degree, or nurse practitioner, physician assistant. Actually, physician assistant has 1.5 years less education than I do. I don't like to, people always ask me, hey, Mango, $3.92. Thank you, sir, for coming on in. He's one of my new subscribers that was in my, crazy enough, I went through, I had some time because I got my video done early. I got into my spam, and I had like 140 spam messages in my box. I'm like, what the heck's going on here? So I looked through, and it's like, half of these people are my current subscribers, and other ones I've like, what the heck's going on? And so I got through at least half of them. One of them was Mango. I'm like, dang, man, I knew this guy. I love this car. I love this channel. He's got a beautiful car. I know it's a Dodge. It's not a Hellcat. Is that Mango? A sweet color. Is that like jalapeno red? That color is beautiful. Yeah, so, it's going to be weird. It's going to be interesting because my channel or TV show or whatever you want to call it, I've been all over the place. So I got people that aren't creators that come to me just trying to figure out tips and tricks and stuff like that, and ask questions, medical questions and physical therapy questions and stuff like that. And so they might come in here and you guys can ask them or pick them off, but they might not have any videos. So I know that happens with my live streams, at least a few of them so far. Oh, it's Mango. See, I had a Mustang. I had this is back when I was a kid. It was a 1986 5.0 5-speed T-top Mustang, and I had it painted jalapeno red, and it looked a lot like that Mango color. Beautiful Rose, how could you have leg cramps? You're too beautiful to have leg cramps. Right? Well, leg cramps can come from a lot of things. The old-time people that I see, A lot of times they'll think their cramps are coming from either potassium, lack of potassium, or dehydration, or magnesium. All these different minerals and things in our body. And 9 times out of 10, it's not that at all. It's usually either the disc is causing or the nerve is irritated for some reason. I mean, it could be vascular related, but beautiful Rose. I would probably start if it seems like it comes and goes, which is what I deem mechanical versus non-mechanical. If your symptoms come and go, it seems like it's brought on by whether it's too much activity or too much sleeping in the wrong position or sitting or whatever, then I would have you probably initially look at my playlist for the back and see if you just start with a simple disc or stenosis video and see if you just do a few of those treatments and see if your symptoms go away in 3 or 4 days. That can give you an idea whether it's coming from your back. Now, if it doesn't seem to go away within 4 or 5 days with the stuff I'm showing you, then you probably need to follow up with your doctor when this stupid virus clears up. Thank you, Mango. I'm trying to do. I also look into some more. I do a lot of. I'm trying to do a lot more special effects, and as well as my color grading and the sound and lighting and everything else. So I'm trying to do some more special effects and some transitions and stuff like that. I'm gonna do over the next few videos, as well as I'm trying to develop a couple more characters besides obviously Scully that you've seen a few times. I'm trying to do a few more characters that you saw in the video today. Dr. Know-It-All and Cool Cats, Dr. Cool Cats. So I'm going to see how this plays out. I'm trying to do more of a show with education and fun and laughing with it, as well as hopefully giving you some techniques that you can hopefully do to reduce your pain and see how that goes. I'm just kind of developing this over time. It seems like whatever's pulling me creatively is pulling me towards that direction anyways. We got 8 in the house, or actually if you don't count me, we got 7 in the house right now. These people, I know all of them, obviously. All of them watch my videos or have watched my video in the past. They stick and stay, like a couple of the other good creators talk about. I like, what the heck's his name? G Kicks. He's the sneaker guy, sneaker fashion guy that's on all the time, as well as Maggie. Those two people, they're on all day long. I love you both, man, but at some point I got to go to work and feed my family, and hopefully treat some other people that I can hopefully get better. It's so he always talks about sticking and staying, and he's got a couple little nursery rhymes that he came up with, G Kicks, and so a shout out to him if he comes in. He might not. He did a lot today. Maggie was on all day. Oh, like I was finishing up my video this morning and she was on. It was like it said like streaming 7 hours. I was like, oh my god, this girl's been on 7 hours. Really pretty girl. She's looking down the whole time. Obviously, not the whole 7 hours, but she got this really long flowing hair, and I could just imagine her neck by the end of it. Thanks, Mango. Yeah, that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and move into that direction with different characters and different content and stuff like that. It takes more time, but I think I get people watching longer. May it be 30 seconds, but 30 seconds is whatever. And people seem to enjoy that more. I mean, I think within the first 6 or 8 hours, I think I had at least 40 or 45 views, and for someone that like me, that it's a nobody in the middle of nowhere, that's a big plus for me. Yeah, those two are monsters. Um, I mean, there's a couple other ones. There's Gore, Gor. I'll give him a shout out. He's probably he's doing more lives now. His big shtick or niche is helping people with their particular channel art and stuff like that. That was how I met him. He's done a bunch of other video vlog, excuse me, stuff, but that's Gore Machtar. He's out in Los Angeles area. It's GORMAHKTAR, something like that. You can find him on, but I mean, no one else has Gore, GORMA, something like that. Larry. Oh yeah, Larry 5200. I showed. Oh, Larry 5200. He's a nice guy. He comes in all the time. Also, I'm still waiting for Lionel. I hope he's doing all right. He missed my last stream and stuff like that. And with this virus going around, and some of my really good friends here on YouTube aren't the youngest, or definitely aren't the healthiest people to begin with. Of course, that with this virus going around, statistically, it's the elderly and people with immune compromised and people who have some sort of respiratory lung issue like COPD or asthma, God forbid, cystic fibrosis or multiple sclerosis or something like that, or muscular dystrophy, MD or something like that. Anybody like that gets this virus, man, they're in freaking trouble. Especially people that have a lot of allergies, lung allergies and stuff like that, man. Because this thing, it's hitting people young. And, the young people, they just think they're invincible, obviously, because usually they are. But, this thing hits people, and it's freaking knocking them down. And if they had, there's one girl that showed on TV where she had a history of asthma, and, man, she's lucky she made it out. J-Roll Videos is in the house. Thank you. That's right. Let's grow. There's 7. There's people coming in and out. That's my problem is and I'm gonna try a couple different times. I like tonight because it's I'm Eastern Standard Time, so it's almost 8 o'clock. You got Pacific, and then you got so you got 3 or 4 different time zones that are also earlier, and then you got over in the Philippines that's 6 or 7 hours ahead. So I know my girl over, a couple really good friends over there that do vlogs and stuff like that. They're probably either half asleep or waiting for Sunday to show up. Killer Whale's in the house. Thank you, Killer Whale, for coming. Thank you. Much love. Sir Greg TV here too. Beautiful Rose, still waiting for some love back. All right. Well, sometimes what happens is, they go and click on, if they just have their phone and they ain't got their laptop or desktop or whatever going at the same time, they're going to click on you and it's going to pull them out of my particular channel and pull them into your channel. And so they might be watching your stuff and then get pulled back in. And when that happens, when they come back, they lose part of that feed. At least this is what I get. They lose the part of that feed that they saw before, and they're starting from when they came in. So you just give them 5 or 10 minutes, and hopefully a lot of times you gotta do a minute or two watching these videos, because if you do 30 seconds or put some stupid little comment in there that has nothing to do with the video, they're putting it right in YouTube's putting it right in the spam, because they got all these stupid bots running the system now. So your stuff's going right into spam, and they're not able to see it unless they're on their channel under their particular channel log on their main site and into their into the backlog, so they can actually see their spam box. So you got to make sure that your stuff isn't looking like spam. Otherwise, people they can't see it, And like I said today, I found a bunch of spam that I didn't even realize. I'm like, what the heck? And it wasn't there 4 or 5 days ago. So I think YouTube, I don't know, refreshed or whatever you want to call it, and all of a sudden I had 140 spam messages. Probably 25% of them weren't spam. yeah, giving out tickets. Definitely don't need that when no one's working. You know, everybody's looking, you know, if you're out of work, you're on unemployment, the last thing you'd want to see is a ticket coming. You're already in a bad mood. You know, these cops need to know that too. But, you know, giving people tickets is not smart. They should just, you know, tell them, you know, leave. You know, if Big Blue shows up, just, you know, they don't want to get sick. You don't want to get sick. They're just doing their job. You know, heaven forbid people actually listen and they didn't have to rope off the freaking planet like the beach. But the last thing people need right now is a ticket. You know, you have enough stress already. So, yeah, that's right, the Philippines. I got a bunch of wonderful people from the Philippines, and I never thought of that when I started doing this. And I'm watching enough Spanish stuff. I got that one guy, I can't even pronounce his name because I'm just terrible with Spanish, but he's a fairly big, heavy-set guy, very nice. He's bilingual, obviously, because he definitely, when he speaks, he at least knows when I'm there, he speaks a little bit of English at the same time because he knows I'm ignorant and I don't know Spanish. I took French. Who would have thought? I figured I'd be different. Let me take French while everybody else takes Spanish. Well, that was stupid. I should have took Spanish because even a lot of my patients or clients or whatever when I talk to them speak Spanish. So I'm actually learning some Spanish from my patients as well as doing YouTube. So maybe at some point I'll become at least a second or third grader when it comes to understanding and speaking Spanish. Yeah, that's right. That's his name. Thank you, Mango. That's his name. Yeah, and he's probably on right now. I wanted his site a little bit, gave him some money. I try and do that. You know, it's $2 or $3 or a couple bucks or whatever. You know, and it helps out. It's nice because it keeps him, because I don't think he's a content creator. There's a bunch of them on here that just like kind of try and promote channels and do that way. And so they make all their money off of basically donations. So I try and give, you know, a little bit of pocket change here and there. Yeah, he's a nice guy. He actually got me over the 1,000 hump. But what happened with him, which is typical of YouTube, which I looked into it, is if you get an influx of people that subscribes to your channel, that's kind of like a red flag for YouTube, and they go in and scrub all that and see which people actually were good subscribers and other ones they kicked out. So I think I had like 980, and then I went on him and he gave me like 1,003 that night, and then by the next morning I was down to like 990 again. So I gained like 30 something and lost like almost 20. I gained like 10 out of all his subscribers, which is probably not bad. 10 is better than none, but that goes to show you sometimes you get those mass influxes, and then people probably just didn't, you know, they clicked on to subscribe and they actually didn't watch the video or give an actual comment. So it's whatever, you know, it's one of those things. X-Ray Lady, oh, thank you for coming. I didn't put it out there today. I just, X-Ray Lady, I just figured, you know what, I'd get OBS working. So that's a different online software program that's running. And so I got my internet running obviously much faster so I can run the software program, streaming it. And so that the sound, the color, and everything is fine. So I think I'm going to go to this OBS because you can do text and colors and stuff like that and different graphics. And I don't think there's any video length cut off like Streamlabs. I think is 20 hours a month or something like that unless you pay for it. So I think I'm going to go this route for a little bit. I actually get a little bit better video stream. I can do 1080p through OBS, and I think Streamlabs I only can get like 720. So that's the other reason why, when you asked earlier, well, how do you get the camera so good? It's a 1080p camera, and I'm also able to stream through this software program 1080p. And my internet is fast enough. I have like, I don't know, 460 megabytes a second, and I think my upload's like 22 or something like that. It's kicking, it's fast. And so you need that, though, otherwise the frame rate has to be less, or the quality, or the program didn't work at all when I was running like 100 megabytes. Killer Whale's talking about toilet paper. It's funny, I got a really good friend, Al, up in Pennsylvania. Al, if you ever watch this video, and he was I talked to him. I haven't seen the guy since high school, so it's needless to say, it's been a few years. But he works for a factory up in Pennsylvania that actually makes toilet paper or tissue paper or tissue paper products, and he says he's been working overtime. So, hey, Al, I need you to work a little bit faster because we need some more toilet paper down here. All right, brother? Mango says they're at the house right now, so get the dogs. He's probably knocking on the door. Hello, you in there? Killer Whale says, I saw that nice graphic, the toilet paper. That's what that reminded me of. Now, down here, there's like, we got Walmart and 3 or 4 different grocery stores. And I think today when my wife went out, she said she started to notice that they're starting to get some more toilet paper in. So I think the people, the panickers of the planet, have got their fill of poop paper, being as nice as I possibly can. And now that now these homes are so inundated with poop paper, and now we're finally getting such an influx that they don't want to buy no more. And so now we're finally going to get the shelves filled a little bit for everybody else that just kind of bought like you normally would. Roost Truce. Better stay home and chill. Yeah, man. Today I cleaned my car, mowed the lawn, sprayed the weeds, worked on that, finished up this video this morning. So hopefully you all liked the video. Hopefully gave you some laughs. Leave me some comments and see what you think. Do you think you like the flow of it? Did you like Dr. Know-It-All So-and-So and Dr. Cool Cats? Do you think that's a nice little thing? I thought it was. I'm going to kind of keep going that way and see how it works out with these different characters that's coming about. I'm no Eddie Murphy. I ain't going to come up with those type of characters. That guy's got the gift. I wasn't born with the gift. Maybe I can kind of work it over time. Maybe I can learn. Oh, I got 5 in the house. They're falling apart. I got 5 in the house. I got 1 thumbs up. Come on, guys. At least give me thumbs up or thumbs down. I had like 8 or 10 people at one point, and the only thumbs up I have is the one I did myself. Hey, X-Ray Lady, you still here? I don't know why I'm shouting. Isn't like you're outside the window. Well, maybe not. All right. Yes, she says she's still here. So, do any of y'all have any questions on the neck or the shoulder? I got a foot here too. Got a little foot here. Ding a ding ding. A shoulder. I didn't get that knee, and my fear is everything is so backlogged with shipping between UPS and Amazon and everybody else. I'm not certain if I even order if I would get it in 6 or 8 months. You have 15 on my end. Yeah, maybe it's... Well, thank you. It must be that all I see on my end, maybe it needs to refresh, or who knows. Or you guys might know. I'm only quasi-tech savvy, which means, or I should say pseudo-tech. My shoulder is sore, lots of laugh. but better. All right, excellent X-ray lady. Let's keep it clean here. I don't want that big man getting down on me. That guy could smoosh me. I tell you one thing, I can run like the wind blows. Alright, I got 7 here. Kind of fall trend. I need to get like Familia and get what I think when I was in his stream he had like 100 and something at one point, but you know it was going so fast you couldn't see anything anyway. So I wonder what the happy medium is. Is it 30? I mean, for obviously the creator, you want as many people in there as possible, but for the people trying to connect to stuff like that, my happy medium I see is like maybe 25 or 30. You get more than that, and that stream is just flying. And even when you try and connect with people, they don't see this. They don't see it. What do you guys think? I mean, that's my happy medium. You guys have a happy medium? What do you think? Or you think I'm just kind of blowing smoke? Oh, Larry 5200. I didn't see you come in, brother. Oh, you've been here for a while. I'm just inept. Hey Larry, have you seen Lionel around at all? Yeah, I see it, brother. Yeah, one of my blues. I got a couple blues out there. Now, I don't know if X-Ray Lady will take subscribers or not. I'm not sure she's a content creator. She watches my stuff, and I'm sure she watches other people's stuff, but she's wonderful enough to come and see my stuff. You know, it's when you get a subscriber, I guess, you know, it's not subscribers. It's not quite a negative connotation, which is just a fancy, stupid word for saying it's not a negative term or word or phrase or whatever, but it's on the edge. I wonder if we come up with a better name. Not follower. Friend? Yeah, that's even better yet. Yeah, Mango says between 20 and 25. There is the LS live streams, the more hours. Anything more is too much and results in spam and loss of love. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Mango. So I'm about the same way. I wonder if, you know, if I ever get to that level, but I wonder if those creators themselves, you know, they really got to watch out, because I'm sure YouTube is trying to knock down their hours as much as they possibly can by saying a lot of it's spam, you know, or putting the entire content of that video up on a, you know, on a hold pattern until YouTube, you know, the powers that be can say that it's not spam. And now that everything's basically running by bots nowadays, at least until this virus runs out, who knows how long you might have to wait until you actually get your minutes for that. So that can be tough. Well, Miss X-Ray Lady says yep, and so she does take other people. So if you guys she wants to get in touch with you guys or any of the other people that aren't content creators here. I didn't look up, but there might be a few more that come and go tonight. But what I was saying before, my friends, my /subscribers /family /average Joe team, I guess. They're like, you know, and when you guys get someone, you know, or get people like that, man, it's amazing, you know. And you don't, you know, you can say it, but until you get people like that you know really do, you know, like your stuff, or at least spend quality time to watch at least a few minutes of it, It's very nice, you know, because I realize people have a busy life, and so if they could take a few minutes out, and hopefully my stuff helps them, you know, makes you laugh a little bit, maybe give you some answers to quiz questions, or maybe help you or loved one out, you know, that's kind of like my shtick, you know. And I always talk about reducing anxiety. I don't actually, you know, do mantras and stuff like that to reduce anxiety or some sort of Buddha stance, but you know, by knowledge naturally helps to reduce anxiety, because when you don't know what's going on or know the effects of stuff, that always makes anxiety worse, hence the virus that's going around. That's right, Mango. Make a legitimate comment. Yeah, absolutely. You know, because YouTube's getting more strict on that stuff. Because since they made that 4,000 hour cap, you know, and you see everybody trying to do lives to get that 4,000 hour cap, man, they're really stamping down on making sure that people are doing that 4,000 legitimately. That they're not just getting a bunch of people to come and watch their video for a few seconds and then that's it. They're not considered that content watching. They're considered that spam. And I hope they don't increase that to say, hey, you know, you need to watch. You know, the average person watches 25% of the video. If you don't watch 25% of the video, it's going to be considered spam. I hope they don't start to get strict on that. But I would not surprise me if they do get an influx of people that seem to be meeting these benchmarks easier and easier, which I don't think it's easy at all, but if they do, then they might, you know, they set the bar. They can always set the bar higher next time. Lumberjack. I got Kenneth Helms. Kenneth Helms. In the house. He retracted his message. Well, hello, Kenneth Helms. I knew a Helms. Actually, I do, yes. She's a very nice lady. She's also... why not? She's a physical therapist, too. Don't work with her anymore, but loved her. She was great. Fun to work with. That's my hubby. Oh, okay. All right. No, he retracted his message, so it must have been something scary. And so, like I was saying, when you can get, you know, what did I watch? I think I watched a video like last week, and it talked about like these benchmarks. You know, for you to have 1,000 people actually watch your content, you know, legitimately watch your content. You put up the video, and they actually have their bell on, and they watch it sometime within, I don't know, 3 or 4 days or something like that. They said it's about 10,000 actual subscribers. I mean, so it's like a 1 in 10 ratio or something like that, whatever, a factor of 10. So that's insane. So you actually need like 10,000 subscribers to actually have 1,000 legitimate people watching your stuff. And that's probably about right, because I have 1,200 subscribers or whatever, and I probably have maybe 100 that actually watch my stuff. And at any volume, whether it's 1 minute, 2 minutes, you know, it has to be at least 30 seconds or don't count. So it's at least that. So, yeah, that's my count. You know, for what I have right now, I get maybe 100. If you can look at my videos, the last probably see the view count, probably the last, 4 or 5 videos. It's probably like 75 to 100, 130, somewhere around in there. You know, for as many subscribers I have, you know, that's the kind of the ratio. So it probably fits the bill for me. Is that kind of what you guys do? Oh, Mr. Kenneth says, just saying hi, and I'm now watching. I got myself another flower. I got myself another blooming flower is what I got. There's some sort of Blooming Fries or from Texas Roadhouse or something. I can't remember. It's blooming something. Blooming onion. That's what it is. A blooming onion. I could never eat them because I have a weak constitution in my stomach, so to speak. I can't tolerate anything anymore. I was terrible as a kid with my stomach, and as an adult, it's no better. They always said I'd grow out of it. Boy, was that a big fat lie. I wish that was the truth. Oh, Nick and Nathan says hello and goodbye all at the same second. Well, I mean, Nick, if you want to stick around for a few seconds, at least connect with a few people, that would be awesome. I think I had 7 or 8 people in here at one point. If my view count's right. Oh, no, guess not. I guess she maybe left. All it takes is one video to go viral or a larger YouTuber to promote your channel and you are on your way. Well, that's true. I mean, I have heard that before. Making your video go viral is probably like getting a scratch off and getting $10,000 on a scratch off, or winning McDonald's Monopoly. Yeah, you could do it, but that's not the norm. I probably, what's the stat I saw out there? Is it like 90, maybe even higher, 90% or more? It's the grind. Getting better with your content over time, getting better with the quality of your videos. As you can see, if you were lovely enough to see some of my very early stuff back in late November, early December last year when I first started this venture. This craziness, this madness I call my third, fourth job or whatever, that I do love. It's a nice creative outlet for me. You could see my videos; they sucked. For lack of a better word, the content, the information that I was talking about is correct. It isn't like the information's wrong. The information's right. It's just how it was laid out, how it was done. Compared to my last video, yeah, I mean it's like 2 different people. Oh, Nick and Nathan, you guys are saying hello. Good night, everyone. No, we are saying hello. Oh, all right, Nick and Nadine. If I would say that correctly, I'm so sorry. That's a cool little graphic you got. Oh, it's both of you. You're in purple. You got purple faces. That's kind of a neat look. You know what I think of now? Don't take this wrong at all. I just think of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with that one girl. She eats all that candy, the real mouthy, nasty one, and I think she eats all the blueberries or something, and it turns her purple, and she blows up, and they have to roll her away. Or the Oompa Loompas, I think they were all purple. Now, obviously, you guys aren't. You guys look great, but you know what it really does is it does make my eyes stick out when I pop down. I see that purple, kind of like some people have a lot of yellow, like the Milda family. He does a lot. I think I don't know if he's French or Australian or something. And he does live streams all the time, and he'll promote your channel really good. He's got this thing now where he'll promote your channel at $20 a month. $20. He'll promote you. It's like a 3-second little clip he does of your channel. I think it can help, especially if you got below 1,000. But I thought about doing it once, and then I thought, if I'm not there all the time, though he does do it when you're not there, I don't know how many people are actually going to take the extra time to type in. I know it sounds silly, but to type in your name in the search bar, like Average Joe PT, click on it, look at a video, and then subscribe or hit the bell or whatever you're going to do. I think there's it's too many steps. It's in today's society, it's too many steps. In reality, is it? No. But for convenience sake of making stuff easy access, and so that's the big thing. If you can make your ability to get to your channel fast, then that's what people are going to do. And if your content is great, the way you portray it, the way and making sure that you are separating yourself from the pack. You're not playing the same music as someone else is. They're not. Some of these people that I love, that I watch their stuff, man, their intro is like 30, 40, 50 seconds long. And I'm like, what the heck? Am I ever? I wasn't sure if it was the intro still, or if I was actually watching that particular day's content. It was so long. So that was like, and just watch that every time. People are going to click off of that. The intro is just too long. The intro, for me, is 30 seconds, 30, 40 seconds. If I make a little bit longer one, I'm making my intros longer because I get Scully in the action, or I'm doing more graphics to keep people hopefully going, keep them, watching the content. So I try and throw things in and out. I don't keep the same intro. Like, you go to people's video logs or whatever, and it's just their intro's the same. I mean, if you watch their last 10 videos, it's like literally the exact same intro, and people are going to click off. I ended up speeding through some of them just so I could actually watch that content, because after I watched like 6 or 7 of those same videos, I kind of got sick of watching the intro. It was a cool intro the first 3 or 4 times, but after that, it's the same intro. It kind of gets boring after a while. Oh, man, I got Lauren Beaver in the house. I got 10 people watching now. You guys are beautiful. Host just dropping by to give me some thumbs up already tonight here. Much love. Susanna Perez in the house. Woo! Wait, Arsenio Hall, if you guys are old enough, of course, this is probably a trademark infringement on Arsenio Hall. Now, love this stuff, obviously. I watched it all the time when I was a kid. Beautiful Rose saying, yep, true, that's right. You can't. And sometimes, I listen to it and it's so loud. I mean, it's like, and I have my earbuds in, man. I have my earbuds in, and then it goes like, and it's super loud. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to go deaf. And then all of a sudden, when they actually get to what their day's content, it's super quiet. It's like, all right, people, that's like the first thing is like, make sure the sound is the same, at least the volume. At least keep the volume the same. It's all these little things. I don't know. That's what I've learned so far. Has it helped? I guess I have no idea if it's helped me or not. I just know me as a watcher of people's content, what bothers me, so I try and make sure my content doesn't do the same. Some people. So, do you guys have any questions at all for me about the neck or the shoulder? A lot of people talk about the back. Now, I do want to say, like, one of my first videos that actually did very well before I really started trying to promote myself actually was snapping hip. I mean, I put that out there. I use TubeBuddy for my title searches and stuff like that, and I still do, which is it's an absolute. If you ain't got TubeBuddy, for me as a content creator, I was spending all day trying to go into the search bar and click on what people, for my particular videos, what I was trying to title it. But TubeBuddy or what vidIQ or whatever you want, you gotta have one of those. Otherwise, you're literally just pissing in the wind, man. Your video's never gonna be seen. My videos aren't seen a lot, anyways, just because the type of material, unless you really have hip problems, which apparently a lot of people do because they watch that one video. I think I have it like 800 now, and it's been out for like 2 or 3 months. That's one good thing about my content is that it's ever the same. People are going to come back and watch that. If you have a foot problem, they'll watch my foot videos. So for me, I'm just trying to make my content better quality, make it fun, make it visually stimulating, eye stimulating. I'm not some beautiful young woman or some beautiful young man, so I got to do what I got to work with. So some of these people out there, they're like literally movie star faces that I see. Some of the people, it's just like, wow. I mean, it's just ridiculous how good looking some of these people are. Yeah, Mango says, yeah, Mangoes, I saw yours. Yours is very action packed. You know, and it was really solid how short and quick it was. People like that burst. And the only thing I'm not doing in my video yet, but I got to figure out how to do it, is make my transitions faster and make them action packed. You know, that's people will pop and it will draw them into watching it even further. You know, I got away from just kind of talking to people because people don't want to see someone just kind of throwing information. So that's why, as you see more of my videos, I'm making it more like a show than I am like if you ever went to a physical therapy web YouTube channel. There's a couple big ones out there. You know, I'll throw one out. Dr. Joe, she's been around for 6 or 7 years, and Dan and Brad, they're a couple guys that have been out forever, and their content isn't show based. Their content is here's your problem, here's the exercise, and have a nice day. And you know, they might show you a stretch or strengthening exercise. And so my content I'm going around is more of just like different treatments that you can do at home. You know, the TENS unit, the massage techniques, the positioning, the taping, ways to manage your pain, as well as that other stuff. So I'm hoping you guys like that content and continue to watch. I got 8 in the house right now. If you guys want to share this out, I'd love that. I'm going to actually share it out myself right now because that only makes sense. Come see me. I am live right now with other content and non-content creators. Boom. Here we go. All right, let's see what else I can drag. Let's see what other people I can drag in here. Maybe Gore Qatar or Makatar or however you pronounce it. I think I'm close. He's doing lives 24/7 now to get his 4,000 hours. I noticed a few people. Now, what do you guys think? Now, I don't want to sound like I'm nitpicking at all, but I know, and I want to just kind of get a feel of what you guys think. You know, advertisement-wise, YouTube says, okay, they base it off of 1,000 views. Now, most of the people I have as friends and people I watch just about everybody's video. At least I try within a couple weeks period of time to come and hit everybody up for at least a video. You know, at least watch 50% of it so it doesn't screw up your guys' view count and stuff like that. I mean, if you ain't got at least 1,000 views on a video, you're not getting squat for your advertisement, right? I mean, my best video has only got 800. What am I going to get, 30 cents? And you got to get that 4,000 hours every year, right? Or you just have to get it once. Do they make it yearly? Lauren Beaver, can you please tell me how you did the voiceover in your last video, please? Nick Nadine says it's yearly. Okay. So there you go. Thank you so much. I thought it was, but I just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to blow smoke where it didn't belong, so to speak. I don't know if you ever heard that phrase before, but well, that tells you right then. So some people are taking like 3 months. There's a couple RV channels that I watch all the time, stuff like that. So it's taking and they're on a lot. You know, every time I'm at work or on lunch or something like that, or after work going home or something, boom, they're on. So that's 4,000 hours every year. You know, you got to get your base up first, because you're going to have to do 3 months, and then next year you're going to have to do that 3 months again if your content and your videos aren't getting better, and so that you're getting more viewers watching your stuff at one time, so you can get the 4,000 hours in a blink of an eye, because you're just watching. You're getting enough subscribers or friends to watch your stuff for longer periods of time. I find it very hard for people to want to do just live streams just to get to 4,000 hours and not have any content behind it for people to watch. I just because you're gonna have to do it every year. That sounds exhausting. Oh wait, I got Mango says it's only once. It's up to you to maintain your viewers and watch hours. And then I got Nick Nadine says, I thought that you have to maintain the numbers. No, because I asked him about that. And that's right on. That's from the horse's mouth of YouTube. They were on there and they said if you drop below 4,000 hours, or even below 1,000 subscribers for a bit, they're not going to demonetize your channel. Now they didn't say how long you could stay below 4,000 hours. But they definitely did say if you go below 4,000 hours, after you've reached that and they monetize you, they're not going to demonetize you because you get below that 4,000 hours. I know that. Oh, yeah, brown-eyed trucker. Yeah, sweetie, that happens all the time. Or I got a bunch of people where, like, every day, I'll get 4 or 5 people that are 3 or 4 or 5 people somewhere around there leave, and then I'll get a couple people back. I fluctuated pretty heavy there that first 1,000, that 900 to 1,000, and even now the 1,000 to 1,200 that I have right now, I fluctuate fairly decent. Even though I'm watching people's videos. And content, and I'm making content, and I'm doing lives on Wednesday. I post on Saturday, like I say on my channel. People they either they just don't want, they don't like your stuff, or they don't want to watch you, or who knows, for whatever reason they desubscribe or unsubscribe, I should say, to people's channels. Or maybe they just saw you once and what do they say? I think it's 6 times. I think someone has to come to your channel specifically and watch your content 6 different times for them to become an actual solid subscriber to your channel. So that's right now, that's what YouTube statistics is. And Google's all about stats. If you want, I think they have stats better than the Pentagon does, or whatever your nation is. Not everybody's USA. But Google knows basically. They're kind of like the big brother of the world now, and that's what they say. Yeah, I saw your last one, Brown Eye. It was nice. Yeah, I mean, what do like I said, I have 1,200 or whatever I got. I can't look right this second, but I got close to 1,200 subscribers. And my last video right now, my newest content, I think I got 40 something views today. So the reality is I'm putting on my bell. 99% of the people that are on my channel aren't putting on the bell or ignoring it. Because, I mean, out of 1,200 people, 40 show up or 45 showed up. So yeah, brown-eyed, it happens to the best of us, That's just the way it is, unfortunately. I've even seen some of the larger YouTube channels. I mean, the ones that have let's say they have 100,000 subscribers to them, and you look at how many views are on that particular video. It's a lot of them are like 1,200, 2,000, 2,500. And when you have 100,000 subscribers and you're only 2,500 are watching it, that's about the same ratio, So that's just the ratio, the nature of the beast of this particular medium of content is you got that basically 1, 2, 3%. If you can get Brown-Eyed Trucker's narrator's voice. I got 7 in the house right now. Yeah, make sure, Brown Eye Trucker, that you definitely want to support people, and I do. Just make sure that that you also work on making your content as solid and as good as it can possibly be, because so these people are going to fall off. I think what's the ratio also for YouTubers is like it's like 3 months, 9 months in a year, and within that year people fall off. And I've already seen some people that I used to watch back in November and December and January, like and I'm still subscribing. I saw the last time they made a video. Their last video was like 3 weeks or a month ago. So they always say, and this is true, it's all about consistency. I mean, I've seen PewDiePie and the rest of those guys' videos. I mean, creative wise, content wise, I don't know. His dog is as The Rock says. My brother from another mother says, this is dog doo doo, or he wouldn't say that. He swore, but some of that stuff that I'm watching there, I'm like, really? I mean, that's your transitions. That's your lighting. That's your video. These guys got like 30 million subscribers, and that's your 8 or 10 minute video. It's some of these people. It isn't that they've just been in the game a lot longer. That's all it is sticking it out, digging it out, staying in the game a lot longer. It's a marathon. It's not a race. Make your content, keep making, and just a little bit. Like I'm gonna try and do my next. My last video was all about adding new characters to my shows, and my next one's gonna be about trying to make my transitions that much cleaner. And that's all I'm going to do, obviously with making good content, whatever my next titles and themes are going to be. But each time just make something a little bit better, whether it's the sound or whether it's the color grading or whether it's the lighting or what you were wearing versus what your background was, stuff like that. To play the devil's advocate, as you grow, it becomes harder to watch everyone's video as well as vice versa. It's all about the grind, or G-Kick says, Grindville, baby. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. I mean, that's one reason why TubeBuddy program as well as YouTube has picked up on, just making these basic captions that you just can click on. I always write a little bit of extra in there. People that actually came and watched my stuff, I'll actually write a heart-filling word phrase, because that's what they were nice enough to come and watch my video. At least I could do is that. But yeah, the reality is Grindville baby guy G-Kicks, he's got what, 5,000, 6,000, 6,000, or Familia, the YouTuber guy. I mean, he's got 15,000. I mean, there's just no way you could watch everybody's video. So at that, so as you grow more and more, whether it's months or whether it's years, you got to make your content that much better, because you're not going to be able to fall back on, hey, I'm still here watching someone else's video and hopefully pulling them in, making them, like, okay, he watched my stuff, I'll watch theirs. Because when you get so big, you're not going to be able to do that to everybody. People are going to, and that's when people start to fall off. So you got to make your content that much better to keep growing and keep getting better. So you're not going to be able to fall on what we can do right now, which is each person that comes to your video, you make a heartfelt message afterwards. You're just not going to be able to do that forever. That's the reality of it. Shoshana Vlog, she comes and sees my stuff. I appreciate you so much for coming. Yeah, I got 6. I had as much as 10 or 11 here. It fluctuates. People leave. I'm not getting a huge influx of people. Maybe in a little bit, or hard telling. When people get off, hopefully they can see mine. I have 1,200 subscribers. If obviously all 1,200, no one's got their. So a lot of people ain't got their bell on, or if they do, they're still sleeping. Hey, Mango, what's the 0 to 60 on that car you got? Oh, I'm losing people. I'm down to 5 now. Wait. Yeah, 5. People falling out a little bit. It's 4.2 seconds. Good Lord. Oh my God, that's ridiculously fast. I know they got faster cars out there. 4.2, that's insanely fast. I think the Mustangs or whatever, some of them that are all souped up, do like 3 seconds. I think that new speedster death car, I call it, from Elon Musk, it's supposed to go like 0 to 60 in like 1.9 seconds. It's under 2 seconds from 0 to 60. Man, what a rocket. That's the death trap. Anybody ever gets in a wreck with that car, they're dead. They ain't gonna survive that. The best I've done is in 4.7. Well, brother, that's that's fast. That's throwing you back in the seat, no doubt. Beautiful car though, man. Love the color. Yeah, that's really fast. I live down here in North Carolina, and I'm not too far. We got sheriffs, we got state troopers, we got townie cops. You can't speed at all. If you speed, you get a fat freaking ticket just as quick as you can blink an eye. So my car is a 2012. It's fast enough for me. I've had faster cars. I'd like to get one maybe a little bit faster someday, but I don't need one that does 4.7 seconds. That's great if you're on the racetrack. Oh, I love speed too. I mean, I don't know too many people that don't like to punch it off the line just to kind of have that exhilaration, that adrenaline rush that you get. I mean, I think you get that to the day you die. At least I hope so anyways. I just moved from Charlotte. Oh, okay. Where'd you move to? Oh, wow. You moved to California? Boy, I think you're thinking about that twice now, that stupid virus. What the heck are you doing out in San Diego? Way out on the West Coast. They got a 5th season out there. It's called Fire Season. Oh, I'm down to 4. They're whittling away on me. I don't blame them. They ain't getting anybody new in here right now. Everywhere is virus season now. Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah, that good old virus. I think I saw John Hopkins report the best they can do, which is fast, is to do a vaccination. And it's going to be like inoculation, I should say. 18 months. They got some different, antibody plasmas and all this other stuff for it. But, yeah, we're, if you don't get this, it's going to be a while. What, maybe this time next year, by the time they talk about a vaccine for that thing? And that's if the people that want to take it, you got a bunch of nut jobs out there. And, of course, I'm probably insulting God only knows how many people that would come and watch me, but people that don't want to get they don't want to get vaccinated. Really, mumps, rubella, smallpox, chickenpox, cervical cancer, all these different things that can kill you or drag you to death. You don't want to be inoculated for. I can't quite understand that. Yeah, hey man, Mango, that's great. You know, you got to go where the money is, brother. You're right. I mean, that's the sheer fact of it is that, you know, if they got a good job, then that's where you got to go. I got Nick and Nadine there in Florida. I got a good friend, Ian. He lives in Florida. I don't know where. Travaris Burton or Travaris. Freddie Travaris, I think is his name is. He's a YouTuber guy that does cars and stuff like that. You know, he's got a couple really cool cars, exotic cars that he fixed up. And I watch his channel. I used to watch a lot. I don't watch as much anymore because I'm making my own content and stuff like that all the time. But he lives in Florida. Yeah, this is the new norm now. Yeah, it is for a little while anyways. I'll tell you one thing, this is definitely a wake-up call to the nation's powers that be that, you know, you can't put all your money in missiles and aircrafts that go, you know, 1,000 times faster than the speed of sound. You know, you need to put some money in, you know, issues that are coming about, and one of them obviously being viruses. You know, I'm hoping that the people of the world, like, a huge wake up call, like, okay, this is serious stuff. We got to now plan for the next one because this is going to be the last one. You know, thank God. I mean, the mortality rate is still what I heard 10 times as high as the yearly seasonal flu, which the seasonal flu mortality rate's like 0.1%. So 1%. It doesn't seem like a lot, but 1% of 7 billion people on the planet, that's a lot of people. Shoshona, she's saying, done to you, brown-eyed trucker, please return, thanks. Well, she'll get to it when she can. You gotta give them a little bit, you know, Miss Vlog. The reality is she might be clicking on yours, she might be listening to someone else, she might be busy at the time. So you gotta give these people maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes or something like that. You want to watch your stuff for a little bit, so at least, you know, you get some view time as well as their information doesn't go right into a spam box. Yeah, Mango, it's a lot. Absolutely correct. Yep. Just take 1% of 7 billion people, and that's the possibility. So, you know, be safe, wash your hands. But this should be common sense. Unfortunately, common sense is a scary word for people, but you should be washing your hands anyways, whether it's this pandemic or whether it's the typical flu season. You should be washing your hands all the time. I mean, you don't have to be a nut job and wipe everything down every second with bleach. But, I mean, you should be washing your hands and keeping safe distances in the first place in the flu season. But that's the reason why the flu gets spread so bad, is because people don't know basic social distancing when someone else is sick, or stay home. I know sometimes in reality you can't, you know, money talks and you have to go to work. But, you know, if you got a fever, you're going to spread where you got a fever. You got some sort of virus kicking in on you, whether it's bacteria based or not. You know, if you got a fever, your body's trying to fight something off, because the fever is a natural reaction to your immune system. Some of your white blood cells kick on when your body temperature raises. So you want your body temperature not to raise to 102 or something like that, something crazy, you know, get too hot and melt your brain, have a seizure or something like that. But a low-grade fever is your body's reaction to fighting something off, because some of those white blood cells don't kick on in our body until our core temperature rises. So, Yeah. Okay, Shoshona. She says she looked at you there. You might need to refresh or something like that on your side. Or it might be it takes a little bit. If you're getting a bunch of people coming to your channel and subscribing, like I said earlier, YouTube is funny when you got all these stupid robots running it. You know, they might be looking at you as like, hey, what's going on? Why is she getting so many new subscribers and holding back on your subscriber count? I got 4 in the house. I had 10 or 11 at one point. It's interesting that no one wanted to talk about the neck or shoulder. Apparently no one's got a neck or shoulder problem, which I'm fine with. I love just sitting here talking to y'all, shooting the bull. But, you know, if you guys have a question about something, you can go ahead and throw it out. I might be able to answer it or at least lead you in the right direction. Yeah, this video is being, it looks like it's a solid 10 seconds behind what I'm actually talking. I don't know why, because I don't have it set up that way. I'm true to the end, she says. I bet you are. You definitely are loyal, and that's a positive trait to have, as well as myself. I'm pretty loyal. Got Mango says he's got a question here. My shoulders hurt from lying on my side. Will a new mattress help, or is it the way I'm sleeping? Well, Mango, let me get this little guy out here. I got this in probably my shoulder video, and I talked about this on a couple of my last videos, but you have 4 muscles that make up your rotator cuff, rotates your shoulder out and in. The rotator cuff muscles sit on the shoulder blade themselves. Now the main one that you're having symptoms, sometimes you can get an ache down the side of your arm or feel like it's in the elbow. It's actually referring from this one muscle group called your supraspinatus. That's the main one that gets, any of them can get torn, but this one tends to get torn the greatest. And so it sits underneath your upper trap muscle. So that upper big shrug upper trap muscle, you got to pull that away, and underneath it is the supraspinatus. The muscle belly sits in this groove. The pen represents the tendon. It has to glide all the way over underneath all these ligaments and then attaches to the side here. And so if you have a tendency to sleep on your side, you're going to overstretch that tendon as well as cause compression to it. And as we age, that tendon doesn't get a lot of blood flow to begin with. And so when you're on your side, you're actually stretching and squeezing all that blood out of that tendon, and it's becoming anoxic, or the lack of oxygen to that tendon, which can also irritate it as well. So yes, it's probably the way you're sleeping and you're causing that rotator cuff to get irritated. Oh, Nicole says she's back. Hi, Nicole. Connect if you like. I got 5 here in the house right now. I've had as many as 10 or 11 if people stick and stay for a little bit. I'm sure we'll get more people as some of these other people are probably on the Filipino side. They're probably all off because it's 2-3 o'clock in the morning there Sunday. They're ahead 6 or 7 hours. Am I a chiropractor? Just curious. No, I'm not a chiropractor. I have a doctorate degree in physical therapy, so yes, I am a doctor of physical therapy. I guess I could call myself Dr. Kenny. Legally, I can. I don't like to. It's a big debate in the physical therapy community at this time. Some people say it confuses, which is I'm kind of in that ballpark a little bit. I think chiropractors they overused that doctor term. I see a couple of them on the internet. I see one guy who drives me freaking nuts. He's doing very well as a YouTuber. He's a chiropractor. He doesn't call him, DC is what their acronym is. Doctor of Chiropractic. So they'll have their name and have DC at the end. So I have my name and I have DPT at the end, Doctor of Physical Therapy. But I saw this guy, he's a chiropractor. He's talking about, organ problems and vitamins and all this stuff. And I'm like, you're a chiropractor, buddy. You definitely are so far out of the scope of your practice. You're not an MD. You went to school the same amount of time I did. Mine was 7 years and 3 months altogether. Undergrad and graduate school. It's like 7.5 years altogether with your clinical rotation and stuff. And so it's crazy with these chiropractors how all of a sudden, the reality is this. Let me give you a little tidbit. About 99% of the insurance companies out there won't even reimburse for a chiropractor because they don't think they're a valid art or a valid science. A lot of their stuff is pseudoscience. The stuff that they claimed that they did years ago is found out to be wrong in MRIs and X-rays and research-based stuff. And so a lot of their stuff, insurance companies won't even reimburse anymore. So a lot of them are like, go with credit cards and payment plans and that's all this other stuff because legitimate insurance companies don't see them as actually a medical profession. I realize you are very knowledgeable. Wow, thank you so much. I hope so. I mean, not only do I have the degree, which, it's not easy. I mean, most degrees aren't easy once you get up to the master's or clinical doctorate level. And then, and not only that, I have a lot of experience. I got a lot of years experience as well as extra courses weekend clinical courses I've taken over the years. And so, yeah, you take a little bit of your experience, you take a little bit of your education, as well as you take these weekend courses and you put it all together and hopefully you know what you're talking about. I hope you do more live streams. I enjoy your channel. Well, thank you, Brown Eye. I mean, I like doing live streams. That wasn't my initial thrust into this medium of content creation. It was really doing a TV show kind of to show people and make that my kind of shtick. But I see people do like live streams, and so I figured I'd start doing some and try and give you guys some decent advice or give you some information or maybe a couple laughs. I like to at least have something on Wednesday, middle of the week. It helps me out with all my content that I'm doing at the end of the week, as well as hopefully it gives you guys the ability to see other people's stuff versus trying to everybody be on it at the same time. That's not fair to other content creators. I got 4 back in the house again. So yeah, to that point, when it comes to chiropractic, I actually worked with a chiropractor years ago, a long time ago now. Worked in Maryland, two real nice guys. They're probably still in Maryland, Washington, D.C. working. The philosophies are different. We can do manipulations. We kind of stay away from, the grade 5 neck stuff, thrusting. But the reality is 9 times out of 10, you don't need a spinal manipulation. Most people their spines or their joints are, they're hypermobile anyways. They have too much movement and not enough stability and stuff like this. And so in physical therapy, it depends on which guru, as I'll call them, physical therapists that have come before, that have done research and written books and stuff like that, which philosophy you want to take. We have my back guy. Some of my back stuff is what we heard his name, Robin McKenzie. I take some of his spiel. I take some of Shirley Sarman, length, tension, and weakness and stuff like that. I do kind of that philosophy. I hope people stay away from where they just look at something that's tight or something that's weak and target that and think that someone's going to get better, you're probably going to fail, because the reality is you really need to figure out what's going on with the person, do a nice interview, kind of figure out, because 9 times out of 10, if you let someone talk to you for a few minutes, and if they can open up what's going on, you can figure out what's going on without even touching them. So, oh, Mango says, okay, part 2. Am I causing damage to my shoulder by sleeping on my side? Do I need to do some stretches before going to sleep, or do I need that Tempur-Pedic mattress to form fit my body? Well, I don't think you need to buy a Tempur-Pedic mattress for this particular problem. You're not doing any damage to it. You're not going to cause a rotator cuff tear. You know, if you have some other medical problem, like you have osteoporosis or rheumatoid arthritis, something weird going on medically, past medical history-wise, that might lend itself to other issues, or some sort of genetic issue, or, you know, there's 100 different things that could cause you issues if you lie on your side too much and kind of ignore it and just try and sleep through it. Your body at some point is going to give you enough pain that you'll get off of that side. But you're not doing more damage. There's probably most times shoulder problems, it's not the stretch. I mean, now, you could have the ball and socket itself, the ball, what we call the glenoid humeral, that itself can get tight because a lot of people have a very forward or tilted shoulder. So when people want to stretch, they want to stretch like that. So I wouldn't say stretching. Usually you miss the mark if you think something's in your shoulders. Usually it's tight if it's something like what you're talking about. You probably need to have shoulder blade stability, or what I call the foundation. You have to have a solid scapular shoulder blade for for your collarbone and your rest of your arm to work correctly. So I would have you probably look at my shoulder stuff and start to try and do some of that to get your shoulder blade stable. I have the magic towel roll that I use every once in a while, and you just take a towel and you roll it up, put some tape around it, and you kind of put it at that mid shoulder blade area, so you're kind of up in a nice straight position, so that you're not kind of slouched and tilted, which puts that muscle that we talked about on a very elongated and overstretched position that doesn't help it. As well as when you're kind of slumped forwards and barrel chested, that actually closes down the space where the tendon comes through. So it closes that area down when you have bad posture. And so it does lend itself to what we call an impingement, where that tendon can kind of pinch above and below that, in between those two bones. So I would say to look at that, come up into a nice extended position, maybe get, either cans. I've shown that in a couple of those videos, cans or dumbbells, or the rubber bands that you can purchase that I have links to on those particular videos, or my last video has a link to rubber bands. I think you can get a bunch of them, probably like $7 or $12, and the different directions that you can put your shoulder in to kind of work on shoulder blade stability, and so that you can naturally sleep on that side, because your shoulder blade naturally sits back far enough. It's not forwards and sleeping like that. It naturally sits back, reducing the risk of causing an issue with that rotator cuff, that supraspinatus specific tendon issue. Hoping that helps, Mango. You guys have any other questions? So I shot out for the shoulder for him. What do you guys think? And I've asked this probably my last live stream, if I remember correctly. What do you think about an animatronic Scully? You think if I made Scully real life, you think it would do better? What? You think it would do better, or you think the way I'm doing it now is pretty decent? Oh, Mango says what I'm doing now is fine. He likes what I'm doing. That's awesome. One down and 300 million to go. If you guys want to share it out, try and share it out. I shared it out earlier. Now let me try and share it out on Facebook. I probably should have did that earlier, but I just linked it out on Facebook. So I got Facebook and then also, so we'll see what happens. Does rheumatoid arthritis skip generations? My great grandmother had it, but no one else in my family that I know of has it. So yeah, I think I was asked that before, Larry. You might have been the one. I'm not certain. Someone asked me that. Probably one of my first lives. As far as I know, rheumatoid arthritis, there might be some properties that, you know, kind of like multiple sclerosis or muscular dystrophy. Well, there's a bunch of different kinds of muscular dystrophy, but you know, it's there might be a genetic component, but I'm not, you know, and I'd have to read into it a lot more. I don't recall right off bat that there is. I'm almost certain that, you know, just because your family had it doesn't, you know, or someone in your family has it doesn't mean you're going to have it. It's not like a strong trait, hereditary trait, you know. So hopefully that can give you an idea. But rheumatoid arthritis is a systemic disorder, kind of like psoriatic arthritis. You know, these systemic disorders that can affect any joint as well as any organ in the body. You know, it's some nasty stuff. It's only been like the last 15 years or so that we've actually had some decent drugs out there that actually work on RA. You know, before they used to just give you steroids until, you know, you had Cushing's disorder or your sugar level was so high. I mean, so they still mega dose people with steroids to try and get things regulated before they put them on RA medications. But, you know, that's one of those things that, you know, we've made some leaps and strides in since I've been a physical therapist. Brown Eye says I should do both and switch it up. Yeah, I thought about that. I think I'm going to go more towards that, Brown Eye. You know, once you know, I actually get the product and stuff like that. I think I will kind of go back and forth and see which one does better. And, you know, I'll probably continue to do both. Got 6 in the house right now. So we're going to, hopefully between the two shoutouts, between my Facebook and between YouTube that I posted, maybe we can get some more people in here. Maybe I can get a raid. Oh, that'd be cool, huh? I'm not sure if that would happen. You know, this is my first time really. I ain't getting, you know, Wednesdays are tough. In regards to a lot of people are doing them all the time now, these lives, to try and get those hours. So, excuse me. You know, maybe I'll do a little bit tomorrow too. Hard to tell. We'll see what happens, but I'm going to try and see if I can find a slot where people aren't doing it. You know, I'm trying to think Mondays or Tuesdays. I know Milda family does it, I think, on Mondays, like at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But, yeah, I think maybe Tuesdays is a day that people don't do a lot. But, I mean, I could probably do that day. What do you guys think about Tuesday being a live stream day? Do you guys notice there's a lot of people on Tuesdays that do them? I don't notice them a lot. Oh, that's true. Yeah, everybody's locked down. They're all doing lives. Yeah, I never thought of that. That's true. Even all the stars are doing lives. You know, actors and actresses and the singers. And I realized this, which I knew years ago. But you know, it's amazing being an actor or actress or whatever you want to call them. They're told what to say. There's someone dresses them. Someone tells them where to stand. Someone shows them what to eat, when to exercise. And someone lights them and makes them up. So when you see them in their normal environment, you realize, yeah, these people are either they're plainer than you or I are. So it's quite interesting to see them in their normal habitat. See if you can play a video and you can talk us through the video on a picture-in-picture. I think I'm I think I'm a do that. I think I'm gonna do that. I think that's what Brown Eyed Trucker says. I'm just trying to think, picture in picture and how I would. I mean, I guess I do the video and then I talk about that video itself. Yeah, I could see that working. I'm not sure that's where I want to take my content. I want to make my content more show and fun based, as well as give good information that people can do at home. If I go more towards that route, it almost becomes instructional based, and that's what a couple of these other guys do. Is they just show you what to do. They show you on maybe a skeleton, a stretching or strengthening exercise, and then they leave it as that. They don't really have the music, the character development, the lighting, all that other stuff, the graphics, the After Effects, and all that stuff that I do, and I like to continue to do it. That would definitely take that whole piece of it out of the equation. Oh, okay. Do a premiere and then still chat with people. I mean, definitely, I could do that. I mean, I could do that on my Saturdays as a live stream. That definitely would make sense. Um, that might help people. It might help people watch the video too at the same time. That's a good idea, guys. I think I could probably work that in. Um, I guess I lose out though. I mean, if they're watching the video and they're watching my live stream at the same time, I guess it would pull more people in at one point if they're watching a live stream. But I lose out on the video content side of people just coming to watch that video because they're seeing me. Also, I'm showing double content and only getting one view hour for double content is my only issue. Oh, that's a good idea, Brown Trucker. Yeah, use some of your old videos that you have done and you can turn the volume off and talk us through it. That way you're showing your videos and keeping people watching. That's a really good idea. I think I might do that tomorrow, Brown Trucker. I think I'm doing that tomorrow. That is an excellent idea. I'm going to figure out how to make this OBS do that and get ourselves set up correctly. I think that's a really good idea, as well as having people start to see my old videos and see how poorly or how badly they were when I first started out. But it's got good content in it, so yeah, I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. I got 5 in the house right now. I've had as many as 10 or 11 at one point. Yeah, you're right, Mango. Not only that, all that hard work I did with the older videos that people, I still have people that click on it on title search on Google just to watch it. So I'm still getting some of my old content that's getting watch time, but not like it would get watch time if I do a kind of a revamping or re-rinsing or re-washing of that video, and kind of giving people tidbits on that stuff, as well as maybe tidbits on how I make my videos and what I've changed over time. Yeah, that'll be pretty decent. Yes, Mango says that's an excellent idea. Good way to interact with people and boost watch time. And Brown Trucker says yes, and you can even advertise other videos that don't mind to help them as well. Oh, yeah, give shout outs. Is that what you mean, Brown Trucker? Yeah, definitely. So I think I'll do that probably tomorrow morning sometime, since no one's going to church now anyways. I guess they're doing it from their home, some Facebook or video logs or something like that. A couple different websites, but I think, kind of take a look out maybe, I don't know, 8, 9, 10, somewhere around there tomorrow in the morning, and see if I get it all set up and try and figure out how to do it and go from there. I'll try around that time frame. Mango says you can also get the people to advise you on what videos to do next. You might have to upload more than once a week and boost the views. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's a cost-benefit ratio, Mango. And what I mean by that is that the more uploads I do, the quality will be a lot less. I mean, there's just no way you can do both. At least from my standpoint, I can't. I just don't have enough time. I've gotten better so my content stays decent, because I'm faster at it. I just know more about it. And as I do more stuff, it takes more time. But yeah, I mean, my quality will have to go down if I do more videos per week. There's just no way. Because I tried doing that initially, get a nice bulk of videos onto my site so people could watch more than one. And the quality just wasn't as good. It's just not. So something has to sacrifice. We'll see. Yeah, we'll try that. We'll see how it works out. Worst case scenario is it blows up in my face. Well, thank you, Brown Trucker. I want to see you grow too. So she says you can put up pictures and explain those to you, like a tutorial video, like talking about, some picture or something like that. Yeah, I mean, that's a good idea. I mean, that would definitely be the basics. I was trying to get my content to be more home treatment based. Stuff that you can do at home treatment wise to help reduce your symptoms, give you a little bit of the knowledge, give you a little bit of, what you can do at home and go from there. Because a lot of people just want, well, how can I fix my problem? Like, Mango was saying earlier, he wants to know how to fix his shoulder problem. And so, I could explain the whole thing of the shoulder and the muscles and the mechanics of the shoulder and, all the nerves and all that stuff. But he's still going to want to know at the end of the day, how the heck am I fixing my shoulder because it hurts? So that's why I geared more towards, limit the amount of information education-wise and maximizing the treatment. And so to do that, and do it in a fun, exciting way and in a short period of time, I could probably talk an hour on the shoulder and shoulder girdle complex itself, just those 3 stupid little bones. I think you have a unique niche. I think this channel can really grow as well, especially without having to go to a doctor and paying. Yeah, definitely knowledge is power. But obviously my channel does not supersede going to a doctor. Absolutely not. I have a disclaimer on the first part of my video that you see. Every single video that talks about, hey, this isn't supposed to supersede seeing a doctor or whatever. This is extra information that hopefully can help you, and as well as maybe give you some firepower to ask the doctor about. But this definitely isn't a substitute for going to see the doctor if you're having a real problem. I definitely have a unique niche. I do not see anybody else out there. I see some exercise fitness people that kind of go over weightlifting and some muscles and stuff like that to strengthen or stretch. Definitely not medically based at all. And then the physical therapy route that I've seen, I've seen some chiropractors out there, and their videos kind of do treatments. They'll do some manipulations or different types of stuff to treatment at home, like self-manipulation. But physical therapy wise, no, I've not seen it, and I've scoured the internet, not looking specifically for that, and doing a show like I'm doing. There's no one out there doing it. So they say, like you said earlier, it takes one video to make it viral, but I think when I look at my YouTube statistics, I think I get like between 39 and 40,000 hits. I think that's what it's called in a month. And then my click-through rate is somewhere between 6 and 7%. I've had it as high as 8, 9, 12. But usually consistently it's about 6 or 8, my click-through rate. And so I think the average click-through rate for most people is 2 or 3%. So my click-through rate is really good. And YouTube's just hit me at 39 or 40,000. It'd be nice if they did 90 or 100 or 200,000. But right now it's clicking me through only 39,000 hits at one point. So let's see. Mango says, yeah, I was about to say you have a disclaimer, so would be up to the person, but at least they have some knowledge of what's causing the problem and they have a better understanding of what to do. Absolutely. And then, if it is what it is and you do some of the treatments and you get better, good for you. That's the ultimate goal for me, was trying to help more people. I'd love to have a successful YouTube channel. I'd be stupid not to say that. That'd be me lying. I'd love to have a successful YouTube channel. Who wouldn't? But, one of my goals is really just to try and help more people that I would never see. People in the Philippines and people in Europe and all over the world, I'd never see those people my whole life. So if I can help some of those people, that's really cool. Oh, Nicole, you're still here. Thanks, sweetie. Yeah, I got 7 in the house. Six, actually, if you don't count me. There's 6 people in the house. But I think tomorrow, let's see, I got some older videos. I got a couple on the foot. Tarsal tunnel did very well for me, without any promotion at all. Plantar fasciitis did pretty decent for me in the foot. Heel spurs and stuff like that did pretty good for the ankle and foot. Ankle sprains didn't. Yeah, I guess there's too many people out there that already knew the kind of basic treatment, so it didn't do well. It did all right, but nothing like the other ones. I got some stuff about knee replacements. That might be one. I'll have to go back and look at that tonight. Look at maybe knee replacements or the hip replacement one, and see if that's what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. What would you guys like for me to talk about tomorrow? Do you have any ideas? Some throw them out. Well, that's great there, Nicole. Your headache went away. And I wasn't feeling too good, but good news, I got better. Lots of laugh, very funny. Okay, I have to go. Take care. Thank you, Larry, for coming. Thanks for coming. Hopefully you can come back tomorrow. I'm going to try and do what they said tomorrow and see how it works out for me. See me fumble through it a bit. Hopefully get it set up tonight or tomorrow morning and see if I can get it flowing pretty good for us. But don't feel bad. I had videos that did horrible, but you live and learn. Yeah, you gotta learn what people. This is the ultimate cutthroat game. People don't like your stuff, they ain't gonna watch it. And it's all they hate. It's not the algorithm or anything. Stuff sucks. And some of my stuff sucked. So people ain't gonna come. People ain't gonna watch it. That's just the reality of it. And so I gotta make it better, and that's what I've been trying to do. And lo and behold, I'm getting a little bit better. I have some people that watch my stuff, and I'm just gonna keep chugging on like the rest of us, and just trying to keep make that content better. Brown Eyed says, well, put together what you thought you're going to talk about for the moment with video on the back, please. Oh, you want the video? You want the back video, huh? Is that what you're saying, Brown Eye? You want me to go to a back video? And Mango says, I get all people that want me to just race my car all the time. Lots of laugh. They don't realize I ain't do that. Or I can't do that, right? Yeah, you can't race your car all the time, run the piss out of it. Your car ain't gonna be left. I mean, that's a beautiful car. Beautiful car. No, that gets boring, right? I mean, as a creator, how you want to, fartsy or whatever how you want to describe it. You don't want to keep doing the same thing. I mean, that gets boring even for you as a content creator. So yeah, you want to do different stuff, make different things. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna sign off at this time, and I want to thank you all for coming. Scully and I like to thank you all for coming. And so tomorrow morning, that's what I'm gonna try and do. I'll I'll try and do, I'll either do the ankle or foot or back. Maybe I'll do a back because everybody's got back problems. So maybe I'll go and look at one of my older back videos that I did, and we'll go over that. And maybe go over the actual video as well as, how I did it. And, if you guys have any questions on your actual back issues. So I think when people come to my channel, they expect to see the Fast and Furious. Yeah. Well, your beginning opening, Mango, is like Fast and Furious, so I could understand where they think they're coming from. That's right, Mango. Thanks for coming. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and I'm going to come back tomorrow somewhere between 8, 9, and 10 tomorrow morning, and kind of see what about that situation. So all right, we'll see y'all later.